Hello and welcome. Welcome to the courtroom. The courtroom where we judge books by their covers and then ask the question, would I read this based on the cover, based on the blurb, based on our overall feelings and vibes around the book? I'm one of your hosts, Jay Bryden. With me always is Neil Cassells. How are we going, Judge Neil?
I'm good. I am ready to judge.
Well, I think my intensity is getting even more because this thing is like a burning fire. I've got my wig, I've got my gavel. I am ready to judge a book by Nick McPherson called Chosen, the New Order. So, with that said, court is in session.
Ooh, this is really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I eh, the outline of the characters in the foreground and the
Yeah,
images limited to
yeah,
their outline. That's really nice. That's very eye-catching.
yeah.
Um, right, floating islands with purple trees on them.
Yes.
So I'm assuming then we are in the realm of fantasy.
Yeah. Could be fantasy, could be sci-fi, could be
Mm.
anything really, because they look they don't dress like fantasy characters, you know. Could it be another Narnia, like real people stepping through into a fantasy world?
Yeah. I'm a sucker for sunsets.
Hmm.
I really like the in the foreground here with the sunset, but the way that it's limited to the characters,
Yeah,
it's really eye-catching.
it is. You're like, hang on,
Um,
what's going
Nick,
on here?
whoever your cover artist is here, I
Top
really like that design.
top notch. And Nick, if you are listening, or if someone knows Nick who's listening, leave the artist down below. This is the one thing we rarely touch on the artists because when you go into a bookshop and pick up a book, well, I guess if you look on the inside, it might tell you who the artist is, but on the outside, it generally doesn't. But we do appreciate the artwork, so every video we do, please let us know who the artist is. Tag them, put them down below because we are judging their work. We are judging their work. Uh, well, what do you say we get
Shall
into this
we?
blurb?
Let's go to the blurb. Bryce Blooms and his friends have checked into the hospital so many times that it has started to feel routine. But when an odd stranger begins wandering the hallways and the nurses start brandishing swords instead of stethoscopes, Bryce and his friends discover the true source of their nagging ailment. They're not sick, they're chosen. Such a title has designated them as the saviors of the realm of Endland, a world they've never known, but one that is desperate for the return of its champions. The boys must come to grips with their new reality, harness their budding abilities, and try to set right a world that finds itself increasingly under a grim shadow. That is, of course, assuming they can survive the interdimensional portal to get there. Oh,
Court dismissed. Yes.
oh, wow.
That's
That's yes.
it's the thing that interests me the most. I'm looking at the Amazon page and it says ages 11 to 18, but it's also 409 pages. That's like a big dive, a big
Yeah.
dive, um, for a young audience. But I'm intrigued. I'm super
I'm
like,
yeah. I'm when the blurb says an odd stranger begins wandering the hallways of the hospital, nurses start brandishing swords instead of stethoscopes. I've got my brain is going crazy
yeah,
visualizing that,
yeah,
and that grabbed me.
yeah. Uh, well, this is an easy one. All right, see you later. Nah.
And this is book one of two currently.
Yes. Now, I will full disclosure. I did see book the second cover before I saw the first cover, but I chose to do this one first because it's first in the series, and it might get you to buy the second one. Um, and we may judge that at a later date. But man, I don't know what else to say. I'm speechless. It's just like I'm intrigued. I want to know what's going on. I want to know all about Endland. Uh, yeah. All right, guys, the link will be down below. Please check it out. Please support the author. Let us know who the artist is if you guys know who that is. If you've got a book that you want us to judge, the true and the fictional at gmail.com, or reach out on the socials, comment below. Uh, Join our Discord if you want to join in on the fun. We're building a great community over there. Just reach out and we'll give you the link and you can pop on in. And I guess case closed.